Welcome to the budget project breakdown. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so the very first thing that you're going to need to do is put your name on your budget project. I know it sounds kind of redundant. However, that is the very first thing you need to do. After you put your name on the actual budget project, then you need to put your class period on the budget project for a few reasons. Mainly so you can get a grade for this project, because if you fail to do so, and I don't know who you are, I have about 150 to 160 kids, I can't find you, you don't get a good grade, your grade plummets. So avoid that. Put your name on the project, put your class period on the project. All right, so the very first thing you need to do is print out the budget project. That is your homework. You've never had a homework assignment in my class before, so this is the first one and only homework assignment that you're going to get. So once you print it out, you are to turn to the very last page of your project, and that is actually where the project starts. Yesterday as well as today, I assigned you an occupation. So you need to find your occupation and find the salary attached to your occupation. The salary is located to the right of your job description. So with this outline or this breakdown of this video, I am going to use my own personal example that is not in the budget project, but once again, it's for an example purpose only. So don't use what I'm doing, because the numbers are wrong. They don't exist. I'm making them up just to show you how to do this. All right, so once you have your project on the first page with the fall 2020 budget project up, the very first line is going to ask you for your occupation. Write your job or occupation on that line. The very next line pertains to the years of education that it takes in order to achieve that job. For instance, on mine, I am a teacher. So therefore, I'm going to write teacher for my occupation. It takes 4 years to achieve this goal of becoming a teacher, right? The required education is a bachelor's degree. So I'll write that on the line, 4 years worth of education. And now I'm on to the third line, which is gross income per year. This is the salary that's attached to your job title on the last page of the budget project. So make sure you write that in the blank. It's the number located to the right of your job occupation. Write that down on the third line. For purposes of this video, I am going to use $40,000 for my gross income pay, right? So it's not, none of the jobs have a $40,000 salary. This is strictly for just providing you with an example of how to do your taxes. All right, so speaking of taxes, there are 3 tax types that you're going to have to account for with this budget project. You have federal income taxes, you have FICA, which pertains to Social Security, as well as Medicare. You also have state income tax, which is 6%. So let's start with the first tax type, federal income taxes. Now, what you're going to do, you are going to click on the web link, the URL web link. It's going to take you to a website. Matter of fact, it looks like this. Once you get here, you are going to scroll down till you see a box that says calculate. There's a big calculate button. Now, do not mess with any of the information. Leave it alone. Once you get to this calculate button, you are going to type in your gross salary. Remember, that is the number to the right of your job description. Type it in where it says taxable income. So in that blank, type in your taxable income, which is your gross salary, then hit calculate. Once you do that, it's going to spit back at you a number that is your tax number. Write that number down on this line. That's all you need to do as far as your taxes are concerned. The next thing, let's go to the second tax rate, which is your FICA taxes. So FICA, the percentage, the tax rate is 7.65%. So the very first thing we have to do is change the percentage to a decimal. So 7.65% converts to 0.0765. So you're going to change that to 0.0765. Once you convert it to a decimal, you are going to multiply that number times your gross salary. Once again, that number that's located to the right of your job description. So in my case, $40,000 is my gross salary. So I'm going to multiply 0.0765 times $40,000. And that's going to give me $3,060. For your state income tax, this is the last tax type. You're going to do exactly the same thing. You're going to convert 6% to a decimal, which is 0.06. 0.06. So once you get that number, 0.06, you are going to multiply that times your gross salary. Once again, that number that's located to the right of your job description. In my case, 40,000. So I take 40,000 times 0.06, and that gives me, for my personal example, $2,400. You have your tax information. You have all of your values for your taxes, those three taxes that we referred to. Now, the next thing, take each one of those three tax values collectively and add them together. So take those three, add them together. It's going to give you a number. That number that you see, once you add all three of those taxes together, you are then going to take that number and subtract it from your gross salary. That number that's to the right of your job description. So once again, for my example, I'm going to take my $10,063 and subtract it from $40,000. That's going to give me $29,937 for my example. Now that number represents net income per year. Net income per year. We're almost finished. Net income per year. So that is the amount of money that I'm really making for the year after taxes. So after we arrive at this point, we're almost done. We're trying to find our magic number, the net income per month. That is the number that we're going to use throughout the entire budget project to buy everything we need to buy, covering all expenses. So the way that we do this, net income per month, we have to take our net income per year and divide that number by 12. Once I do that, I take $29,937 divided by 12, and my number is $2,494.75. Now, that once again is my magic number. I hope this helps you with your tax portion of your project. Stay tuned because I'm coming with the rest of the project, piece by piece, section by section. Good luck and good budgeting.